So today, I woke up, was in my bed, grabbed my phone because my brain was asking for dopamine like always. Still trying to train that one out of me. I was gonna take some more reprogramming, am I right? So, I'm on my phone for a bit this morning, but I know that I have work to do today. And I don't mean business or YouTube work. I actually decided that I was gonna help my dad out today. So I'm kind of doing some producer work. I'm helping my dad shoot his podcast. So I wasn't doing that today, but I'm doing that tomorrow. So my dad's kind of having this end of the year podcast for his show, and he's having he actually has 6 co-hosts. And my dad's an interesting figure. But he's having a final show with all of his co-hosts tomorrow. So I was basically helping him prep because he's never had that many people. It's gonna be 7 of them. So man, we were doing shit all day in terms of prepping the basement because we had just had a carpet installed yesterday. So there was a bunch of actual just living basement stuff we had to do, and then we had to do production stuff, and we were doing that for fucking 5-6 hours, bro. I kid you not. We started, I think, down there 3 o'clock. My stepmom, Mo, she had left around 4:30 with my brother Mari. My brother Mari's in a band, and he plays, obviously, but basically to help out in terms of my brother's band tuition. My stepmom and my brother volunteer for these events that the band does, and so that helps them out. And so they went to one of these today, right? And so around 4:30ish they leave, and when they're getting ready to go, Dad tells Mo, he's like, yeah, we might still be down here when y'all get back, honestly. And granted, they definitely won't get back till 9:30, 10, maybe even 11. Now, I want to say, they're not here yet, okay? They're not here yet. It's 9:43 at the time I'm recording. But I'm not gonna lie, I got scared that they would, because we didn't finish until I didn't finish until 15-20 minutes ago. My dad's still down there grinding. You know what I mean? But man, I woke up this morning, knowing I had to do work, knowing I had to help Dad out today. And so I was kind of just in my groove this morning. I didn't really have anything I knew I wanted to work on. But then I was like, oh shit, bro, I could make my ebook way better. I wanted to go into it and basically kind of just add some more coloring, do some fluffing up, I guess, making just making it a bit better, going over it again so I can re-release it as a lead magnet, right? And so I was doing that this morning, and then I was like, nah, fuck just putting insights in here. I'm gonna make this shit 10 times better by putting action steps at the end of every single chapter. And so it's bro, you not only get a free ebook, that's man, I'm not gonna lie, bro, that shit fucking around be 80-90 pages with the rate I'm at. I got more to add, bro. I got more to add, and I still got the last quarter of it to edit, which means I still might add more to that part, which is the business and YouTube part. But bro, I was grinding on that from maybe 7 or it was 6. From 6:30 to 10 this morning, I think 10-11 this morning. I was grinding on that. I was just fucking grinding on that shit, dog. No, I'm a liar. What happened was I woke up this morning and I wrote a newsletter. I grinded on that super hard. It was actually this newsletter I have right here in front of me. I'm not gonna move my phone, but it's called Fuck Sales Funnels, which is so funny. But it was actually inspired. I think I wrote this at 2 a.m. or some shit. No. I woke, you know what happened, right? So I told you guys, I was searching for dopamine as soon as I woke up, right? As I do. And so what I did was I grabbed my phone and I went to my YouTube studio, and I saw that my dog Sam had commented on my video asking about why I didn't have a product in my description. He's like, yo, Jaden, how you talking about making money, but you don't got a product in your description? How can you get a piece of the pie without no fucking product to sell? And I'm like, yo, right? And so I was writing a response that was going to be super long because for like the past 3 or 4 times Sam has asked me questions on YouTube, I've just written him like super long responses because they've been like personal questions for him. And so I'm kind of just in this momentum of like, all right, whenever Sam just asks me a question, I'm just taking it as an opportunity to write a newsletter. And so I was doing it that time as well. But I started writing for so long, I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be too long. I can't even make this like a comment. Not to say that the character limit would have gotten too long, but it's like, nah, this is just too long. I wouldn't even want to read this shit as a comment. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just drop Sam a little TLDR, and then I'm gonna be like, the full explanation would be in today's newsletter. So I said that, I dropped that comment, and then I wrote the newsletter, which took me like another hour to write. The newsletter is an 11-minute read, by the way. It's very good also, it's very good. I got pictures in here too, it's cool. But, yeah, after that, I was feeling in a very inspired in a writing mood. That got me to looking at the blueprint in terms of like wanting to get that back out as a lead magnet. And then I was like, I can make the blueprint better with more insights, with more coloring. And then I was like, nah, I can make it way, way, way better with action steps, stuff like that. But I kind of got my momentum hit because I had to start helping my dad out around like 11 today. And I've literally been helping him till almost basically just like 9:15. I was 9:30. It is when I stopped helping him. So I haven't really been able to work on writing that much. I think I had about 5-10 minutes in the car when we went to go get some food, and like on the way back had some like time there to do like a couple of sentences, but I was pretty distracted, honestly. I was just taking that time to just chill, honestly. And then I started thinking, like, in the last few hours, I was like, oh fuck, I don't have tomorrow's video made. And I was like, oh damn. And I was thinking, I'm like, I could just record it tomorrow. But then I was like, I want to record it today. You know what I mean? I want to have it done today. I feel like my new mindset around content creation is like, the day isn't one, or it isn't as one as it could be until tomorrow's work is done. So like for me right now, in terms of newsletters, because I'm still trying to build momentum in writing newsletters, I'm not tripping if I have to show up and write the newsletter for the day on the day. That's fine. But for YouTube videos, honestly, it doesn't really matter what state I'm in. Like, I'm cooked right now. Like, my brain is kind of fried right now. I grinded for like 4 or 5 hours working hard this morning on my writing. And then I've been doing like physical labor. I've been thinking a lot as well, like trying to do like production work with camera equipment. I've been lifting heavy shit, moving shit around in the basement. Like, I've been working today. And you know what? It's 9:49 and I'm still here recording this video. You know why? Because recording is kind of just light work for me. But that's because I just have so many repetitions. And so it's like, my mindset is that, of course I can put it out. Of course I can do the work right now. Of course I can have it done for tomorrow. Of course I can get ahead. Of course I can. Of course. And so I'm going to fucking do it. Simple. And that's the mindset I want to share with you in this video. So what I'm going to be reading you is my letter from the 2nd, so 4 days ago, talking about how daily posting is easy when you do this, right? So I mean, that's the title of this video. Daily posting is easy when you do this. And the subtitle is How to Create Content Overflow. So I like to start my letters out with a quote. Cultivating a sense of overflow is key to creating an abundant way of life. So that's a personal quote. I usually start them out with quotes from other people, but hey, sometimes I quote myself. I feel like if you want to be a philosopher, you have to quote yourself, no? You have to share your philosophy. And you have to claim it. How I cultivated abundance through content scheduling. As I reflect on it now, during my 101 daily upload stint, I often created multiple videos a day and would have 1 to 3 days plus of content scheduled in advance. I'm not going to put any pictures up, but if you guys, when I'm talking about any letters, if you guys want to see the pictures I have, join my newsletter. It's the first link in the description. It's free. I'm actually going to be putting my ebook out there so you guys can like trade me your email for the ebook if you want. I actually have the ebook available. It's just not in my description because it's not as good as I want right now. But even if you do cop the ebook right now, I'll send you the new one when it's updated. But hey, just join the letter. You know what I mean? I'm dropping daily sauce in there, bro. Anyways, I kind of just had a picture in here of back in July when I was doing double daily uploads for the last 2 weeks of July. and I basically had 2 full days of content scheduled. So I had one video that had been posted an hour ago, and then I had a video scheduled for that day at 4 p.m. I had 2 videos the next day, and then 2 videos the day after that. So I was getting after it, you know what I mean? Content scheduling and creating multiple videos a day kept me in a constant state of abundance, since I always knew I had more than enough content. I knew that I was good for the day and can show up to create even more for the future from a place of overflow. And I mean, that's what I'm doing right now with you, right? Like, I already had my video for today posted at 4 a.m. today because I recorded it 2 days ago. And I feel like this is how you should, like, honestly create. Like, when I was posting for 101 days daily, I didn't actually make videos on all those days. Granted, I made videos on 80-90% of those days. Absolutely. But bro, we're gonna have our off days, those 10-20%. Like, sometimes you're really gonna be eating shit. You're gonna be fucked. You're not gonna record. That's cool. It's okay. It's okay. Because if you have this content overflow, this content schedule, like I'm telling you about, like I'm gonna be telling you in the rest of this letter, I'm gonna be giving you action steps to implement on at the end of this video. If you have that, you'll have things to fall back on when you have those ruts, because they will come. Trust me, they'll come. And even in, for me, right, I've had my ruts 3 days here, 4 days here, 7 days here, 10 days here, 12 days here. In the past 6 months of me posting consistently on YouTube, since I started my daily uploads back in May, on May 15th, I haven't missed longer than 12 days of uploading. And largely that's because of this philosophy to content creation I'm talking about. It's kind of like a system, it's kind of a tactic, and I'm gonna give you some tactics, but this is more of a philosophy. This is more of a way of thinking, you know what I mean? But tactics at the end. I got you guys. We're about being actionable here. We're about being practical here, okay? All of this like blah, blah, blah nonsense. Look, mindsets are awesome. I love mindsets. That's why I'm a mindset coach. But if you can't implement the mindsets, it's like, you're kind of yapping, Jaden, right? You're just yapping. So I'm going to give you some action steps at the end of this video. All right, back to the letter. As I'm starting my daily uploads as well as daily letters again, so this is the first time I'm doing daily letters, but as I'm starting my daily uploads again, I'm reminded just how important cultivating a sense of overflow is as someone who wants to show up and create consistently, which is exactly why I was writing this letter on December 1st for the next day, December 2nd. I never had that practice of creating more than that was required for the day in terms of letters. I only had that with videos, which may have been why it was hard for me to stay consistent when I first started back in June or July. And so I know this new strategy of not only daily videos, but daily letters will be extremely doable, right? I know I'll be able to show up with this new strategy, with this new way of thinking, and this new way of executing. I know that I'll be able to post on, I know I'll be able to create consistently how I want to create. And I know I'll be able to deliver value and improve my skills how I want to do that, because everything is so clear to me right now. And it just feels so aligned. Like, when I thought about this and I wrote this letter, I was like, oh, this is the thing. Like, people don't actually, this is how you demonstrate your abundance as a content creator. And if you can do this, that's where things really start happening, bro. Trust me. Like, this is how I started growing crazy back in June and July. That's how I made my first $1,000. Like, bro, trust me. When you already have the content that you want to post for today created, it makes creating so much more fun and free, since it comes from a place of detachment and abundance, rather than scarcity or fear for having to create something to post that day. Not only is it amazing for staying ahead, but it can help you post consistently in times of creative or energetic ruts. It's like I was talking about earlier, right? Like I said, do you think I actually recorded a video every single day for 101 days? Like, fuck no, that's insane. Now, there are people who probably do that, or maybe there are probably a handful of people who have done that. And to them, yo, fucking pound that shit, dog. And honestly, I want to get to your level. But am I there right now? No, it's cool. Granted, like I said, I did probably record 80-90% of those days, but I still had my days. I still had my days off. Oh man, my throat's kind of itchy. Let's take a few deep breaths, gang. You ready? All right, let's take we'll do three. We'll do three. I'm gonna guide you. Let's do this first one. Inhale. Exhale. All right, second one. Inhale. And exhale. And final one. Let's go as deep as we can for this one. All right. Inhale. And exhale. Alrighty. I ain't gonna lie, bro. All that inhaling is definitely making me smell my smelly socks. That's not good. Alright, back to the letter. So, the fact that I had content to fall back on in times of need also kept me in an abundance mindset since I knew I wasn't falling behind. So this is very crucial. In those times of creative or energetic ruts, even if you have, if you have 2-3 days of content in a head, if you fall off for 1 or 2 days, you're like, oh, fuck, even if I'm, even if I'm not able to serve my future self today, I'm still not falling behind. Right? And that can still keep you in this abundance mindset, right? It can still keep you in this state of contentment, in the state of I have more than enough, and it can keep you, not shifting back into lack or to scarcity, which can start creating more of that in your reality. No good. As input-focused creators, we want to focus on showing up and making sure that we pull the levers that get us closer towards our goals. When I was focused on blasting my inputs into the ground, I grew the most I ever did when I went from 69 to 1,000 subs from May 15th to August 24th, my daily uploads. If you're a fellow YouTuber, then posting is one of these inputs that you have to focus on. The more you already have, the freer you are to do more. This is why your opportunities exponentially increase as you rise in status or value. You already have, and so more can come back to you. I wonder what that sounds like. Hint, hint. All right, the mirror principles, law of magnify. You can check out my letter called "This Shift Changed Everything." I also have my second episode of my DRC podcast is also about the mirror principle. So if you want to learn more about that, check out those videos. When you already have content created for that day, or even multiple days ahead, you're completely detached from creating for the day, right? It's not like I had to make this video for today, right? I could have just made this video for tomorrow, but I'm not. And so tomorrow, I'm not coming at it from this place of, oh, I have to be here today. I have to show up today. It's like this place of like lack and like hustle. And even though like I love to grind and I love to hustle, that slight shift, you don't understand, even though it's extremely subtle of the fact that I don't have to be making this video right now to still be making progress for my future self. It puts you in such a state of abundance, such a state of overflow, such a state of I have more than enough, right? That is what abundance is. Abundance is a mindset. It's a way of life. It's a state of being. Abundance is a state of having more than enough. And so when you cultivate that in your content creation by having content scheduled, by having more than enough, you can show up way more from a place of detachment, which allows you to create more and also attract more. It is awesome. This allows it to come to you with less resistance, since you don't need to create for the day to keep making progress towards your goals. Whether that's your first 1,000 subs, your first $1,000 online as a coach, whether that's acquiring a skill, whether that's getting a partner that you love, whether that's a fitness goal, making muscle, it doesn't matter. Whatever your goals are, it can come to you with less resistance when you're detached from it. That's just how it is. You can show up and create from overflow and detachment like I am right now. I said as I type these words, but as I speak these words to you too. And it does feel pretty fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't record 2 videos today. But on that day, I recorded 2 videos. And you know what I also did that day? I wrote 3.5 newsletters this day as well. I was fucking rolling this day. That was on last Sunday, about almost a week ago, right? And so how do we get into the state of overflow? It's actually pretty simple. You just create more than enough today, and then you just keep going. And then you just keep doing it, right? So here's your action step prompt to actually get ahead, right? Step 1, discover what you want to create today. Okay, so maybe you want to take out a piece of paper, your journal, maybe hop on your notes. Discover what you want to create today, or maybe tomorrow, depends on when you're watching this. So that can be your videos, your letters, your reels, your tweets. Maybe it's art, maybe it's, a workout, whatever it is that you want to work on, that you want to hit, your productivity, whatever you want to create, whatever your input is. Then you want to create twice as much, or just do twice as much input, right, as required. So if you post 1 daily video, create 2 videos. If you post 3 daily tweets, write 6. If you post 2 daily reels, create 4, etc. Right? Step 3, you post today's content. Pretty simple. Or do today's inputs, whatever. Step 4, schedule or draft your remaining content so you have it available, right? So schedule it for the next day, or just put it in your draft so you can have it up, boom, 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 shoot it out when it's the next day, when it's time. 5, go into tomorrow from a place of overflow, right? So you already have today checked. You have your content for tomorrow created, checked, which means you go into tomorrow in a place of overflow. And then step 6 is you continue creating at 1 to 2 times the required rate. The more you have, the more cushion for rest or ruts. So that's really all it is, guys. You just make twice as much as required one day, and then you just keep staying at 1 to 2 times the rate after that. And the longer you can keep this up, right? Like I said, you don't have to keep doing it twice, every day. Maybe you just want to keep it up 1 day. But the more you do, the more cushion you have for rest, for time off, for when you get in a rut. And it's awesome. Honestly, that time off really comes in fucking clutch. I'm not gonna lie. And when you are in ruts, it makes the rut less shitty, knowing that you're still making progress in a key area of your life. Like, that shit really does help. I was in I was in a dark hole, honestly, through August until late October. Like, basically all of August, September, and October, I was in a hole. I was in a dark place. And you know what? I was still fucking posting consistently on YouTube. I was still growing. Even I was growing slowly, but I was still growing 3, 5, 10 subscribers every week. I mean, some days I wasn't hitting, maybe a week I'd go without, growing the subscribers, or maybe I was fluctuating because I was losing some here and there. Hey, here's a quick mindset on losing subscribers. If they're not here, if they're not your people, they're not your people. That's cool. You shouldn't want them here. You shouldn't want anybody that's not your people to be fucking with you. You know what I mean? So I love when people unsubscribe, because it's like, hey, get them out of here. You're not my peeps. I don't want you. If you are here, you're my peeps. Pound it, gang. Pound it. But yeah, honestly, that's a big life hack in terms of still being able to make progress when you're in a rut. I was still being able to make progress in a key area of my life, still show up for myself for YouTube, even when I was in that dark place, even when I was in a rut. And this content, overflow, this content scheduling, creating twice as much as required on one day, and then continuing at 1 to 2 times the rate moving forward. I genuinely believe this is such a great way to approach content creation from an abundance mindset. So I genuinely know the strategy will work for increasing productivity and fulfillment, because it did for me, which is how I uploaded for 101 days straight. And I'm also going to be, I'm already implementing it again. And my goal now is to post daily newsletters and daily videos for, the rest of this year, but also all of quarter 1, 2025. So I'm going to be documenting that journey. If that sounds something that you're interested in, drop a sub, follow along. But bro, implement the strategy. I gave you the action steps. All right. You know what to do. Figure out what you want to make, create twice as much today or tomorrow, whenever. And then after that, just keep fucking doing it. Just keep doing it. And stay in this place of abundance. Stay in this place of overflow. This place of detachment. Bro, please just trust me. Try this. Like, you don't actually understand the shift that comes when it's like, well, I don't have to do this, and I just get to, and it's just fun, and I love it. There's so much joy and just fulfillment in that, honestly, as a creator. So, yeah, try it. Or don't. You know, maybe you just watch this video and then you're going to go on and not do anything else with your life because, I don't know, maybe you hate yourself and you don't want to change anything. I've been there. Maybe you're just a content consumer. Hope not, but it is what it is. I've also been there. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm tired. I want to go have some food and go to bed. If you found this video valuable, I want to invite you to join our free newsletter. It's a top link description. I also have a free mindset, creativity, and metaphysics course for you to unblock your unlimited creativity and 10x your productivity so you can become a more consistent, fulfilled, and just authentic creator. Really, honestly. That's really what purposeful productivity is about. Getting to the truth of your authenticity, because when we're living from that authenticity, we're able to create the things we want to create. We're able to express who we are. We're able to actualize. I just genuinely know that. And I know that that course is so valuable. So that's my 3.5 hour completely free mindset course. It's literally just a YouTube video. It's that third link in the description if you want to try that out. I mean, if you want to check that out, that's also there for you. I'm going to stop rambling. Do it today. Be better for it tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay loving. Catch y'all.